is day 4. And the commandment for today is to keep the Sabbath holy. Alright? We are to remember the Sabbath, and keep it holy. Okay? Because 6 days worth of work, and do all your work which you have to do in the 6 days. But the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, we are to do no work. No work for us, no work for our family, no work for our maids, even no work for our animals, alright? And no work for even the visitors that you have inside your house. No work for them either, alright? God blessed the Sabbath and He sanctified it. He blessed it and He sanctified it. So that's the only day that is special out of the week. That's the only special day. Alright? And according to our calendar, Saturday is the day in which is the 7th day. So Saturday in our calendar is the Sabbath. Okay? So therefore Saturday is the only holy day. It's the only holy day. It's the only sanctified day. It's the only blessed day. And it's the day that is supposed to be our main day of worship. But for the majority of people, it is the tradition to have church on Sunday as their main day of worship. I used to attend a Sunday church until I was invited to a Seventh-day Adventist crusade. And the information there was true, it was real. And boom, I got baptized. Alright, and I learned more about the Sabbath, keeping it holy. Even Jesus Himself, you read in the New Testament, He went to the synagogue on the Sabbath day. Alright? The Bible didn't say Jesus went to the synagogue on Sunday. It specifically said on the Sabbath day. So Jesus is your example. So follow Him in everything. Even in worshiping on the Sabbath and going to church on the Sabbath, fellowshipping with the saints. Okay? Alright. So, yeah, there are some things we could do. You could do on the Sabbath. Alright? Other than going to church, you could fellowship with people. Visit. Keep it holy. Spend time with God. And most importantly, rest. Would make sense. You go into church all day. You don't rest. That don't make no sense. Temperance in all things, okay? Okay, so what is coming upon this world? In the first video, I mentioned a one world order, and a part of that will be the Sunday law, okay? And we already mentioned the Sabbath. And if you love God, you would want to keep His law, alright? There's no getting around it. And His law is, a part of His law is the Sabbath. But the Sunday law, which will come upon this world, they would want us to be in contradiction to what God actually said in His Word. So with the Sunday law, they wouldn't want you to worship on the Sabbath no more, which is Saturday. They wouldn't want you to keep Saturday holy anymore. They want you to go to church on Sunday. Now, a bunch of y'all would say, hey, ain't nothing wrong going to church on Sunday. I grew up on that, but Sunday is not the holy day. And not because you grew up doing something means you need to continue doing it until you hit your grave. Alright? I used to go to Sunday church. I don't go anymore. Alright? You could worship God every day, but it's only one day what is blessed. Only one day what is holy. Only one day that is sanctified. Alright? So think on them things. The thing about it is, when we worship, when we go to these Sunday churches, we're actually giving allegiance to the person who came up with the idea that we must have church on Sunday. Alright? Every single denomination that worships on Sunday is under the Pope. Okay? It don't matter if he's a Baptist, a Pentecostal, a Jehovah's Witness, an Anglican, it don't matter which you is. Okay?